That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes. Oh, what I would do to be a forbidden tome. And now I can simply walk in through the door. Our focus will be finding the House Demir's research notes, of course, but the thought of such knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little bit giddy. All connected? Yeah, I mean, it is really cool to see. Like, just straight up. It is cool to see. Here, let me go like this. This should be fine. I want to make sure I can see Discord so I know when it's time for Gang Beasts. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume. You presume correctly. Then you'll want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it was my pleasure. And believe me, may you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Okay. This is actually like a Stola dating arc. She just follows you. She just follows you around the whole time. Where do I have to go? Talk to the student? Which student? Wait, you want me to do the side quest? Oh, it's Alliance raid? I'll come back for it. I want to beat the MSQ. I don't think I have enough time to do the Alliance raid today, but I will do the Alliance raid. Don't you worry. I will do it. Just $5.90 here once a week. We will definitely do it sometime this week or this weekend. I just have to figure out for this weekend where I'm actually going to be. I texted Seer to ask him when he's back from his vacation. Because when he's back, if he's back, I would go to Texas and do some IRLs. If not, I'll probably go to New York and do some IRLs by myself. Actually, Andy might be in New York too, so I could do some IRLs with Andy as well. Are you redoing Endwalker, or is this the first time through? This is my first time through 6.1, but I beat everything up to here. To think, this set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist but yalms away from where you found me napping. If I had known of Ozdal's third's exploit sooner, I could well have saved myself days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. To achieve the impossible, one must needs be flexible of mind and look beyond conventional wisdom. A lesson I had already learned, but clearly not taken to heart. Oh, you're so cute, Stola. Texas or New York sounds good. Yeah, the only thing with Texas is if people aren't there right now, I'm not gonna do it. But if people are already there, I'll do it. It's really hot in Texas right now, right? Arcani, Stola, and guest identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Follow me if you would. Watch your step, and please note the use of naked flames is discouraged. Pervert robot. New song?
If House Demir's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
This is a reused dungeon song? Wait, really? Yeah, so can Limit Break too. True. Alright, let's see. Me enjoy the game? Yeah, she likes it a lot. Yeah, she does like it a lot. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creatures. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing, not with hunger but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is love I feel for the exquisite, transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. That's very funny. Oops, you accidentally read porn. Banned books, Pog. Yeah, true. The following pages detail an adventure method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nu Asan, the 9th Patriarch of House Daimir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlene's studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume that you seek. Gola will need to make the final confirmation. Yes, she will. Sorry, I got a message. 1 second. Let me send the message back. Sorry the music's out. Sorry about that. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. New York streams would be cool. I could do like a random Europe stream too. That'd be fun as hell. Well done, Rich. I think you might have found our prize.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Daimir's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
I really have no idea what like this new storyline is about. I don't think I've played enough Final Fantasy games to actually know. We know these.
Among the ranks of the Void Sent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard.
Wow. I love how they're just making everything that it was like, man, do I have to do my daily roulettes right now? Turn into like, hey, this means something.
From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures. A talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations.
Getting all the pads.
Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism.
We're literally gonna use these things as our fucking cars. We're literally turning these things into little fucking flesh pods. That sounded wrong, but that is kind of what we're doing. We're actually turning these. Oh my god, that is metal as hell. So all I know is like we're going to the void, but like I have no idea what the actual struggle of it's gonna be. We got a flesh pod, baby.
Proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atomos.
Artificial womb.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
Eureka!
Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive.
He said, have you not heard the tales? No. The only tale I care about is yours.
It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
True. I love this little robot, man. I'm just kind of pissed off the robot's got more hair than me. This robot can't keep getting away with it. The robot has everything, man. Got everything going for him. All right. We're starting to get into the story of it. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atmos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature. I will be here. Patron mode disabled. Security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nadana can. I say we return to Thavnir and look for her great work. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. But does the robot have Mia? I don't know. We don't have any rules about robots. Nadana, how you been? Animals suck. Ishtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. Sure thing, Elephant Lady. I have no doubt you will be interested, says Stola. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? Hey, the sisters, this is the mark of the House Daemir. I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives after all. It was? But that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hands. I can hardly wait to read it. God, I love that song. That shit's like so nostalgic. It's crazy how nostalgic the music is for me now. After a year of playing the game. To think that Daemir were developing such marvelous technology so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work of the Daymare Project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Charlene trembling in their very sandals. No alchemist of the great work could resist. You are a woman after mine own heart. God, I should be an alchemist. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with the big mouth simulacrum once we've built it? Hey, don't talk about me like that. Transport into the void. So, there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of exposition, indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to explain this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself, I think. Manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then, by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we've finished gathering the components I require. Charlene's markets provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Maya. No, I refuse to go to Alveus. The aesthetics of old once favored the place of their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vitra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here, anon. Yo, what up, anon? How much longer is this this MSQ? I feel like it's starting to like actually get kind of real. It's actually starting to have some substance to it. Do you have the flask for me? Yeah, you would just skip stuff that you already done. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Rich. The only way that would work is if I was gonna like go through and if I was gonna go through and like kind of blind do it, like just like literally be there and be like and just click through really fast, and then when it came out pay attention to it. But it's all I don't know. Look who I came across. Estinians seem in need of diversion, and we in turn have need of his lance. We need his lance. Right then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have a need for Matsu's boat again? Not this time. Once Stola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready at Akyali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host. Shall we? This ship is yours to command. Our thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzadal's legacy, to see the truth of a legend. Yeah, that's me. With mine own eyes. Triple legend. Get it? Don't get it twisted. All aboard for the treasure vaults. Yes. Oh, we're at the Void Gate. Oh, shit.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
What? Like 2 or 3, like, I'm gonna play Gang Beast with the guys in like a half hour. And then I'll probably play for like 2 or 3 hours, tops.
Okay, thank you.
Probably, something like that. Who's eating trash?
6 or 7?
Yeah, probably. Are you gonna stay out until then? Okay.
Let me know when you're done.
Okay. Are you eating trash? Thinks there's trash. That dog loves trash. You guys ready? I didn't want to read anything while she was in here. The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
I went to the sex shop and I grabbed the 3 first items I saw. I have laid
There's
them out in front of
something I
you.
wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Was there any void that existed before the 13th? There was, right? Like, was there a void that existed before the 13th collapsed?
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Might as well go myself. The 13th is the
How
void?
would
Yeah,
you do
I
that?
know,
The
but
gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
I was curious if there was like almost like a homeland for the things in the void, and then I remembered it's just anything that was like that ether has been manipulated by like that type of aether, right? So it actually, I understand where we're at. Too tall.
Estinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Estinian stands with the Lalafels. He's one of the boys.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow.
Damn, I must be a lowly imp.
Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
I should make an arcane version.
I
Too tall to
hadn't
ride.
wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
Porksy?
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
Loprit? Beto Ul?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, froth and foam!
Maybe I have a clip of that.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
That was so cute.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Yes, it was. If she's possessed, leave her possessed. Shola summoned. Wetness.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
Conjured wetness. Feels shame. Tries to explain the pain away.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve us well.
All right.
This one will bear a warding scale.
We're gonna throw a whole warding scale at one of those pieces of shit?
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption.
So wait, is this A/B testing? Are we seeing if this one gets screwed up by the Void? And, like, they're not just sticking together and then they're both gonna get the shield? Like, this one's literally going on a suicide mission? Oh, God.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
They're mind canaries, man.
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nidana safe from harm.
As you say.
It's okay, we learned from Elpis that most familiars probably don't have souls, maybe.
You had best be on your guard as well.
God. Oh my God, man. Froth and foam. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Shrink me.
Let us begin, shall we?
Starting to get good.
Nixies, into the void.
Final fan. Oh my God. Oh my God, they're so stupid. I love them. They're Pokemon? They're like Gen 9 Pokemon. This stuff is starting to pick up. The story is starting to get good.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Both dead. Oh god. This is after 2 seconds? We're gonna have to kill this. Guy's more beat up than me in a Reddit thread. Reads LSF
Thank you,
once.
little one. You did well.
The poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
End in misery. Garlic. I think we fucked up.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
They're coming through!
Baldies.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Damn, shut the door. Damn, shut the door.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bad idea.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent.
In literally 2
The
seconds.
one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Wait, don't touch that. Okay. It's like you're gonna corrupt yourself on accident.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently.
We gotta make a new one?
Modify the warding scales designed to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness.
Wait, does Estinian not know any of this?
In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void.
He's not it. Yeah, I know. You're right. He isn't. So does he actually just not know? He's just only but he was just solo dolo running around. We never caught him up on what happened. He like jumps 2 times and says, "Dragons? Where are dragons?"
You remember Una Kalhai?
Yeah,
the unusual
ukulele.
child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad.
Mm-hmm.
He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Aurosite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether.
I really hope that at the end Estinian just goes, cool, but where are the dragons?
By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
In theory, couldn't they just say, no, let's just stay here and stop mucking about in other worlds and fucking up their shit? They can save themselves. We don't have to go over to... Look, if we're not going to rejoin, I think we should let other people handle it. The Void... Look, I don't want her to see Runar again. Look, the Void's already screwed. What do we get by saving it? I think she's just bored, and she's saving people who don't even want to be saved at this point. They're all dead. Don't get bored and let Azim down. Yo, true. Emmett said so. Oh, true.
But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
She's a curious cat. Yeah, we've seen where that gets her. The saying is correct.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Very good stuff. I do think that for MSQ, I should pause here for now. I really do want to beat it, but I should pause here for now because I have a scheduled date with everybody in 8 minutes. So let me go ahead and do this. I feel so relaxed and safe.
Coast Guard
that's
pissed.
A real man.
The Coast Guard pissed.
Here, man.
Coast Guard
what
pissed.
A real man.
Coast Guard
Real
pissed.
being, man.
Coast Guard
I
pissed.
wish I was the
Coast
guy
Guard
on your
pissed.
line.
Coast Guard
But
pissed.
instead, I just
Coast Guard
motherfucking
pissed.
cry. Alone at night, wish I could be your little spoon.